fuck.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 118.2 here at the Jiu-Jitsu Joes.
So now we got to explain why you're calling it point 2. They don't know.
They know why it's called episode
didn't know.
118.2.
They wouldn't know.
They would know. You guys don't know?
You're an idiot. You're just...
Our mics, while I was editing the episode from yesterday, apparently cut out 13 minutes into the episode. So I fully charged them.
Muted completely. Just
Yeah,
not even
after-
like rough audio, just complete
No,
mute.
minute 13, it just fucking cuts out and it's silent.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. You get another one.
All right,
You
well,
get
this is a topic we
freshie.
did miss yesterday, though. So I had a fun time at the airport when we went to Vegas because we went to Worlds last week. That's why we did our episode in Vegas. And that was, I'm surprised we didn't talk about it then either. So anyway, so before we get off topic with
last episode, I was very out of form. I was
Yeah.
really tired.
it was
Well, even watching the episode, I'm like, God damn,
Yeah.
this is such trash content.
but
We literally spoke in circles about nothing.
yeah. Anyway, see,
Yeah.
this is what I was trying to avoid. Had a fun time because almost got arrested going through the airport because what. So for everyone to know now, because I don't like that I'm actually saying it to people, but actually, I'll just leave it at that. I accidentally brought my gun to the airport. So that was a fun time. And the way they found out is because it was sitting in my bag, right? It's my carry-on bag. I just, not
But
a
also
check bag.
specify it's your everyday bag.
Yeah,
so you don't
it's my
always
everyday
think-
bag.
yeah.
It's also my everyday carry because I carry my gun everywhere I go. And so it was brought up like, how do I not know the weight difference? Because one, I packed extra stuff in there because we were going on trips.
The weight difference? What do you mean?
Like because the TSA guys or the Port Authority guy was like, how'd you not notice the weight difference of your gun in your bag? I was like, because I do this every day. And I added more stuff.
Would you notice
Oh,
a
yeah.
weight difference
Oh,
in your
yeah.
backpack?
I'll let you feel it afterwards. I'll take it out and then I'll let you feel it after. There's a big weight difference. Enough where you will notice it.
Really?
But again, I do this every day. Usually I also carry 2 or 3 waters in my bag. I have my gun in there. So I'm used to a weight of my bag. So then when I went in, I had my iPad and all the wires. So we're going through the check-in line, right? And everything's going well.
No, be honest. Be honest. You were making fun of me and Brandon because he has TSA pre and we do not. And he was like, I'm going to get done before you guys. You guys are going to be slow in regular TSA line. Me and Brandon get through the line and we're like,
I didn't say that.
Where's
You
Joseph?
said that.
You guys were like,
You said, hold up, time
no,
out.
You were like,
you were the one.
He
Look
said-
at us going in the poor people line,
yeah,
Mr.
no,
Rich Man.
no.
That's
he
what
said,
you
he said.
said.
I'm too rich to fly
No,
with you fucking
That's
poor
not
people.
at all what I
Ask
said.
Brandon. Brandon's going to comment the truth under the
this
video.
man literally
He said, I don't fly with poors.
Screaming in
He's
the,
like, you guys
in
go.
the airport
He's
line.
like, I'm too rich.
I guess
to
us
go on
peasants
poor
have to be on this side.
No, he
He's
called us
screaming this.
peasants.
Never once said
He
that.
said, you poor
So,
fucks go over
anyway,
there to the
shut
TSA line.
So we're going through. Again,
Privilege,
I'm
white
thinking I
privilege.
have my iPad in there, all my charging ports and all that. So when they stop the line, I'm standing next to this lady and she goes, I don't think I have anything in my bag. And plus it's just my jacket. I already have my bag. She goes, so I think I'm good. She goes, do you have anything? I was like, no, the only thing I have in there is my iPad. Because again, I'm not thinking of my gun. I thought I put it away. So I was like, no, the only thing I have in there, I have a bunch of charging, like the charging blocks, and I have my iPad with a bunch of wires. So I was like, maybe that's what it is. The TSA guy looks at me. He goes, it's not your iPad. And then turns it. Bro, like clear as day. You see the mag, all the bullets, and then the gun. And I was like,
dude,
no.
the TSA guy shit himself because he saw a bag with a bunch of wires
and then a fucking
gun in
bro.
there.
Yo,
What do all these wires connect
this
to?
man looked at me. He goes, yeah, we're not going to be going anywhere. I was like, completely understand. So then they obviously call people. They all come over. Then they start treating it as if I'm ready to run. Like
What?
yeah, oh yeah. 2 people were around me and they were like, so we're going to make sure you don't go anywhere. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. 1, I don't want anything to happen.
Yeah.
2,
This is an
I want to
honest
know if I can
mistake.
take that back and like how this whole process is about to work out.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, sir, we need to make sure you just stay right here. I was like, no, I'm staying. I'm chilling.
I would have been like, you want to cuff
No,
me?
that's what I did. I was like, I can turn around. What do you need me to do? They were like, no, like you're fine. Just don't go anywhere. I was like, well, I'm not going anywhere. You have all my stuff. Like literally my wallet, everything is still in the fucking thing. So I was like, yeah, I'm not moving. And so they were like, okay, cool. Once they figured out I was military, and so I had my
because they probably don't know if it's an illegal gun.
Yes,
because
so that's
illegal
what they-
gun people
yes,
would just.
So that's
bolt
also
them
what
out.
they.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they weren't sure about, and they were like, "Are you allowed to have that?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "It's my everyday carry. It's my conceal." But when I go to work, I put it in there, and they were like, "Oh, so you're a cop?" And I was like, "No, no, no. I just." It's. They were like, "So why do you have a gun?" And I was like, "Because it's Florida. I'm allowed to have a gun. So
Yeah.
I just. It's my everyday carry." And they were just
It's
like,
really
"Oh,
stupid
okay."
for a Florida TSA agent to make a comment.
Yeah,
like that.
that's what I was very confused on. And the Port Authority guy, that's when he asked me, he goes, so why do you have your gun on you? And I was like, because it's Florida.
'Cause it's
Like,
Florida.
I'm allowed to have it. It's not illegal for me to own it. And so I was like, it was just a freak accident. I had it in my bag. And then that's when he asked me, he goes, how do you not notice the weight difference? I was like, because there's extra stuff in my bag. And I do this every day. That's a very normal weight to me.
I
Plus
carry
all the
my
extra
duffel
stuff.
bag every day, and I don't even notice a weight difference. And there's definitely a weight difference day to day, but I wouldn't
Like
notice.
that's
I
what,
wouldn't
that's
know.
what I mean.
It's so minimal.
It's so slight. And so at the end of the day, they were like, okay, one, they saw I was prior military. The fact that I also have pre-check, and it's not, I don't pay for pre-check. When I did contracting with TSA, that I ended up getting a KTN number. So that's how I have pre-check, because I went through a process to be able
You're
to get that.
privileged.
It's not privilege, it's work.
It's a privilege.
It was work. I think it expires next year, actually. I think it was like a 3-year thing.
How much is it to regular get TSA?
I think it's $100 for the year. So, or it might be a multi-year thing, but I think it was like
know if
$100.
that's worth it for someone that doesn't fly as frequent as
It depends. Yeah. If you fly frequently, it's nice. And
I feel like if you're a business person and you're
It
on
is,
planes
yeah,
once
that's
a
where it's
month,
good.
then it's
Yeah,
good.
that's
But
where
if
it's
you're not
real
on
good.
planes once a month.
But yeah, so that was cool. Almost luckily Port Authority came in and they were like, hey, since one, it wasn't loaded because it was condition 3. For those of you who don't know what condition 3 is, it's mag inserted, no round and chamber. Condition 1 is mag inserted with round and chamber. So it was condition 3, so that falls under not being loaded, which is good, because loaded makes it a whole other big deal, which is the only reason why I don't have it condition 1 right now as well, is because the whole thing I've heard about SIG, where their gun just randomly shoots. Remember when Zach
Goes
told
off,
about his
yeah.
guy? So ever since then, I put it in condition 3, which also makes me mad because I like having a gun in condition 1, but whole other topic. So yeah, that was, I got lucky off of that. I was told TSA or FAA was going to contact me. I haven't reached anything.
They're going to reach out to you like
3 months
years
later,
from
yeah,
now.
be like, hey, sir, you remember this day?
Remember
Like,
3
no.
years ago?
I'll deny. Be like, nope, don't remember shit. Anyway,
What's the statute of limitations?
I don't know. I literally have no, because Port Authority, again, so they told me there's no criminal charges. There's not going to be any type of penalty on my record. There's literally nothing about it. It would be TSA or FAA deciding if they want to pursue a fine on me, and they would contact me.
How is
if
there
they're
nobody on staff there that can
That's
make
what
that
I was
determination
wondering,
there?
because they had a supervisor come in who had to clear the whole thing. And I was like, hey, are you the one that's going to tell me what the process is? She goes, no, you'll get a call. So I was like, I have to just wait now. Like, one, the fine can range anywhere from $2,000 up to $12,000.
What happens
So I'm like,
if you
I'm
change
just,
your phone number?
right? Or address. I move.
Or-
Like, what happens?
What happens in
I
that
don't-
instance?
I don't know, but it's a fine that goes anywhere from 2 to 12. And that's how he told me. He goes,
Now you got to answer every call that you don't know and shit.
and he goes, so good news. I was like, what's up? He was just like, you're not getting arrested, no criminal record, you're good, you're prior military, you had pre-check, so obviously this was an honest mistake, you've cooperated, so everything's good there, you're going to be able to return it to your car. I was like, awesome, cool. He's like, now the bad news, the fine can be up to $12,000, sometimes up to $15,000. And I was like, bro, my heart just,
Let me tell you,
dog.
me and Brandon were hysterically laughing at your first text, and our mood switched as soon as you wrote it could be up to $15,000.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, it's way less funny now.
Yeah, I was like,
this ruins
because
the trip.
I thought I was about to walk out with like a fine paperwork saying, hey, you're about to pay 10 grand.
Yeah,
like, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So when they told me I had to wait for a phone call, that's also kind of frustrating, because now it's like, I'm just waiting on a possibility that, hey, guess what? $12,000 is owed
Yeah,
now.
but you fight it. Jordan said
Yeah,
you
so
fight
that's
it,
also
yeah.
the cool thing. Since it is a first-time offense, I don't have any records of ever having anything problems. Since I also have my military background,
I just want to
to
say, moving forward, don't ever say to me you're a responsible gun owner.
I am a responsible gun owner.
No,
That's
you
why I
tried-
didn't get charged.
You tried to bring a gun on a plane.
Everything was responsible
You tried
about
to
it. The
bring
only
a
thing I
gun on
didn't
a
do
plane.
is tell them, because that's also it. If you tell them and you have it in a lock case, you know you're allowed to bring it. I didn't know that.
on the plane.
Yes,
Like if you carry your gun in a lock.
check bag.
Check
So
bag, yeah, not
I don't know
carry-on.
how carry-on will be, because I've
No,
seen
there's
it
no
where
way.
it's gone through, but
There's no way, because then there's nothing to stop you from just opening it on the
need a
plane.
double lock, and the pilots know. So that's also what I learned. You know, there's full communication of things that happen. I'm glad to learn this, but because of that incident, you know that I was authorized because of the pilot. They contact the pilot like, hey, we have a guy. He attempted to bring a gun on the plane. It was by accident. They let him know everything. He's on the phone with the pilot.
No shit.
And then the pilot had to be like, hey, it's fine. I don't see him as a safety threat, so it's okay to let him continue flying with us.
no,
He could have
shit.
easily been like, no, I don't want him on my plane.
You're lucky he didn't have a bad day.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
No,
is
so
for
that's
a bad
literally it.
day.
He could literally just be like, nope, I don't want him on my
I
plane.
feel
And then,
uncomfortable.
yeah, easily could have done that.
Fuck.
So, like, again, luckily, because I had
you're
all my
lucky we didn't
paperwork
have
in
a
it all.
woman pilot.
No, that wasn't.
That was the woman one?
Yeah.
I thought the second one was the woman one where we had the
No,
bad
because it
turbulence.
was when we landed in whatever.
Vegas, I thought. or was it?
No, it was the first
it was
one.
the
It was the
transfer?
first one, and then
Wow, she had a soft spot. For
So
you.
I was lucky in that instant that one, no charges happened. Two, I mean, Jordan said that the fine thing is to kind of warn people to not do it, and they might not pursue it at all.
The more I
And
looked
then-
into it, apparently it happens every day.
It happens
in
often
Texas.
in Florida
It
and
happens in
Texas.
Florida
It's
all
a
the
huge
time.
thing, especially now that we're constitutional carry. Apparently,
Yeah.
right once that became a thing, that it spiked up the amount of
I
guns
saw
found.
articles of people who forget it on their persons.
Yeah,
not
so
even in
that's
the
what they
bag.
all. That's also worse. If it's on you, they make it even worse. Like
Oh,
it's
really?
because now you're carrying it.
Yeah.
So now it's even worse. That was on my back, so it's like they can see it being a slip. So because that's also what they told me when TSA or FAA calls me, I have to like give an argument, like why
Yeah.
they're going to question me. I'm going to have to explain myself, and that's also where they make the
Just
baseline.
be honest. Don't lie.
No, I'm not going to lie about anything.
Just don't lie about it.
No, I don't. I don't
Just
lie about stuff.
Please
like that.
don't lie.
What do you? Oh my
I
God,
just
what
know
are you
you're gonna
say?
lie
What are you
about
gonna
some
say,
shit.
Joe? Go ahead, say it.
I
What are
don't
you gonna
know.
try
You're
to
gonna
say?
say like you weren't trying to take down the plane. Just be honest. Tell them.
You're an idiot. But yeah, that was our intro to
Yeah.
to going out to Vegas.
What about flying out of Vegas?
Having
This travel, bro. the travel-
our Lyft drivers,
Our Lyft drive. I was gonna say beginning, middle, and end. Our travels for this trip.
That was
we've
the
only
weirdest
dealt
part.
with psychos.
Yeah, seriously, it was
Who was the one? Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Was that his
who,
name?
I promise that dude was coked out.
Yeah.
I still have his video,
Yeah. Oh, you have the video. I
just so you
forgot.
guys can listen to the rambling. Mind you,
This guy.
I have
What
a
was it? A
5
20-minute Uber
I have
drive?
a 5. It was 25 minutes. I have a 5-minute, almost 6 minutes of this man just going off.
Talking
But mind
nonstop.
you, we were
Uber
in
ride.
the car for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And the guy waited till Joe got off the phone
Yes.
so that he can go
I
on.
was actually talking to Jordan about the
whole
issue with
thing.
the
He
the
goes,
gun.
oh, wait, sounds important.
Yep.
And then the second he goes, so are you done with your phone call? Okay, cool. I just want to introduce myself to make you guys
He
comfortable.
did not
and
stop.
then didn't stop
He
for
did not
25
stop for
minutes.
26 minutes. He tried to talk to us when we got out of the Uber, out of the Lyft. I was like, I gotta go.
No. My daughter sits back there. I don't want your nasty. My daughter sits get on my car.
So you guys should be able to pick it up.
Yeah, it's on the mic.
People do that in the back of the
And
car.
then it doesn't help Joe's over here continuing this.
Other drivers let them do they want to watch. What the hell? Oh wow! Bye bye.
That's how you know I'm awkward and nervous is when I start responding with, "Oh no, that's crazy."
$75 isn't bad. Quality, but they don't offer it as much. But they're $45.
So I'm skipping through the video for you guys that are just listening.
Because Joseph
But again-
and Brandon wouldn't say a word.
Hell
so
no.
I had to make the guy feel like he wasn't just
I'm not
talking
gonna-
into the ether.
I wanted him to talk into the ether so he could shut the hell
Oh
up.
my god, bro! It was so awkward. And then, wait, there was that Lyft driver. Who was the other one?
But Alice hit us up after we got dropped off, asking so
Oh,
that
yeah.
if we can meet up.
Yeah, that was weird. I
And
was like,
then
no crackhead.
The
vibes.
lady, who I forget her name, she just answered the phone for her daughter and then started talking about her kids and then let us know her medical history.
Oh yes, the medical
So
history.
that-
Yeah,
and then also the fact that her husband hates her now
Yes.
apparently. So
yeah.
that's cool to know about our Uber driver. We had one who, while Joe was waiting for us to get out of an elevator, he
Oh,
said, "Hey,
yeah.
my friends will be here in a minute. They're just in the elevator. They're walking out now." And the guy was like, "Cool, I'm leaving in 3."
Yeah,
Just like that.
just like that. Like, bro, just I wanted to punch him in the face. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
really?
like-
They're coming down the
They're
elevator.
literally going to be here for one.
You-
Like you're not losing a lot.
Why can't you just be a human and just be like, oh, okay, no problem. Like, you got to make the comment. I'm leaving.
That's
in
why they
3.
don't make a lot of money. Fuck
Yeah.
those guys.
Then when you guys want tips,
And then
fuck you.
every single one of them bitched about their cut. Every
Bro.
single
You
one of them
don't have to
bitched
work
about
for
their
Lyft
cut.
or Uber. Like,
No.
I'm sorry, you could go get a grocery job.
Yeah, go do that then, bro. If you're
Bro.
complaining about, because if you think about it, they're driving what 2 to 3 rides maybe an hour, so
But-
they're making like $10 to $15 an hour. Dude,
No,
you're working a minimum
No,
wage
hey,
job.
listen,
Congrats.
listen. You, it's an $18 ride, and they said what that they get
They get $3. They
30%.
get like $3 out of it.
So I'm sorry,
Plus tip, not including
But
the
here's
tip
the
either.
thing: what am I supposed to tip on an $18 ride? I
You're
give
gonna
them
get like $1
$2.
too. Yeah, $1
Yeah,
too. I'm not giving you
$2.
fucking
I'm not
the
going
whole
to give
ride
you
worth.
the ride's worth
Yeah.
of tip. Come on,
So
man.
that
This
was
is the
a-
job you accepted.
Travel was very, very hectic. At the last flight, we had a crackhead on.
Oh
I
my
swear to God,
God.
that dude was also a crackhead. Like I'm saying, jaw moving everywhere, bouncing up and down, had to get moved seats, multiple warnings. And when we got
No,
off,
don't glaze over, ho. Don't glaze over. Don't glaze over. That's not fair. My trauma's important.
Your trauma's
That
not important.
he
Fuck you.
sat right next to me.
That shit was so
Brandon
funny.
was here. Joseph was over
So,
there.
hold on,
and
let's-
we were
let's-
joking.
Let's reverse it though. So let's build it up. because for 30 minutes while we were waiting for the flight because of
Before
loading
you
time
board
and
the
all
flight,
that, this man's going back and forth, hopping up on seats, like
hopping on
legitimately
seats, jumping
on the
around,
seats,
singing,
just
talking.
going back and forth. Yeah, he's like, but he's talking off the iPad. Did you notice that? He wasn't
Yes.
talking on a phone. He was talking off his iPad. And so he's going back
So
and
he's
forth.
poor.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
He
iPads are
was
still pretty
poor.
expensive.
He was
But
poor.
anyway, he's going back and forth, going nuts. We go load up. I hated it because he stood right in front of me, and I was like, "Fuck, dude! Of course."
But did you hear what I said to the gate agent?
So no, because we were already past.
So I said to the gate agent when you guys walked down, I was like, "You're not going to acknowledge that in front of the whole crowd of people waiting." I was like, "You're not going to acknowledge that?" And she goes, "What?" I was like,
"Oh, so you were just
for the
oblivious for 30 fucking minutes?"
I said, "For the last 30 minutes, this guy's been causing a scene out here. All of us have watched him jump around."
Yeah,
singing to him.
everyone noticed, and you're saying
And-
you did it. Fuck off.
And everybody around me started to speak up. They go, "Yeah, this guy's going to be a problem."
Yeah.
And she goes, No, he was just singing to his songs. I was like, "Yeah, guess what? We were all
mind
listening
you,
to
so he's
music."
talking to the gate agent. I'm already in line to load up
Yep.
on the plane. So this guy's still right in front of me, still doing the same
Still
thing.
doing this.
And then
she
he
said
drops
he's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, 'cause
and he's
she
going to
came
stick
in,
to himself.
He proved that he was on the phone. He took out his headphone. You can hear the phone call happening. So he is talking to someone, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I'm just really excited to get home." That's what he told the gate agent. And then she goes, "Okay, well, I need you to pipe it down. Your energy's way too high. There's other people on this flight. Don't do this anymore."
And I said in front of the other people, I said, "I just want to make it clear. I brought it up to the gate
Yeah.
agent before we got on that she let this guy
Yeah.
on the plane." And Brandon was like, "Dude, that was a good call."
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Because then when they got on, like, that should have also been a heads up to let people know.
But then I joked about it. I said to Brandon, I was like, "Watch, he's going to end up sitting next to one of us."
Literally right next to Joe, right next to him.
I'm
Mind you,
sitting in
this
the
dude
middle
also
seat.
has the sandwich that looks like he was sitting on it for at least an hour.
It smelled like onions. It was
bro.
falling
Because he
all
dropped
over.
it. He dropped it in the waiting area too. It just dropped all the shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now, dude?" So
He was disheveled. It smelled bad. He's literally jamming out on his fucking headphones, talking to himself while onions and lettuce is flying off his foot-long sandwich that he's holding right in the middle. Mind you, it's cut in half, so he's literally squeezing it at the middle to hold both ends with one hand.
where it's cut too.
Yeah.
So that didn't make sense
Yeah.
either.
So then we sit in the plane. I'm in the middle seat. He's on the aisle, and there's a girl to my side at the window, and she texts on her notes in her phone. She goes, "This guy's going to be a problem. He's acting crazy on the flight." So I respond on my phone. I go, "Yeah, I know. I'm going to go deal with it now." So I said, "Hey, I got to use the bathroom." I get up. I go to the flight attendant. I said, "Hey, that guy over there," I told the gate agent, "This guy for 30 minutes was acting crazy on the phone, jumping around, singing, talking to himself." And I told the gate agent, "This guy's going to be a problem. You just let him on the flight." And she told me, "No, it won't be a problem." Now he's sitting right next to me. And guess what? Now I have to deal with it. And she's like, "Oh, what do you want me to do?" I was like, "Ma'am, if you don't handle this," and we just came from the competition, so I still had my black belt bracelet on from IBJJF. I raised it up to show her, and I said, "If you don't deal with this, I'm going to deal with it." And she goes, "No, sir, please, no physical violence on plane." I was like, "Well, then you better do your job and deal with it." So she came over. She said, She said, "Sir, we have a whole row in the back dedicated for you. You could be by yourself and stuff." And he just grabbed his stuff and went on his way. And then you told me,
grab it. That man was dropping all of his shit while he was going back there. Like the flight
you
attendant
told
is
me he
literally
was saying
behind him.
shit back there.
So no, I didn't hear him say anything because I had my headphones in. When we were getting off and like getting ready to unload, as they were like one of the ladies that was near him,
Yeah.
because he was I want to say like maybe 5 rows back or something like that,
Yeah.
5-6 rows back. One of the other passengers, I heard he was like, "I can't believe this guy. He was just a disrespectful person the whole time." And so he must have been saying something while back there or doing something that like maybe he was hitting the seat or some shit, but I really don't know. It was just something happened to where I heard that lady say something real quick. But again, I don't know what was going on because I had my headphones in. I was out. I slept that
But
flight
what
too.
pisses me off is it was brought up to people ahead of time. And you basically almost ruined everybody's mind you, we're on a tube in the air with this guy for 4 hours. And you just let him on the plane when you saw he was acting like that.
That's
for
what I
30
didn't like, that they acted oblivious. The fact that the whole gate saw this man.
And then
like
someone
we're
brings it
all
up
noticing
to you.
it and like, fuck, dude, yeah. And the fact that it got brought up, and the fact that you acted oblivious about it. Come on, bro. You
Come
tell me you
on.
didn't see that.
Come on,
like,
you just didn't want to do
Homeboy,
paper.
for those on YouTube, right? Just watching this, Homeboy's like this. Like hopping up, just going crazy on his shit, dropping everything with his bag, and he's going up, just like it looked like he was doing a rap show in front of people. It was just a very weird thing to watch. Like there was us with another family, we were laughing about it because we were like, "Oh, well, this guy, this dude's gonna get." Because I learned that if you act a fool on a plane and the flight attendants deem you a risk, you can get duct taped. I was really excited because I thought I was going to get to witness my first duct taping on a plane.
Yeah.
Because I was so ready to see it because I was going to cheer
Yeah,
it
but
on.
what
'cause
would
shit
that
was
have
gonna be
looked like?
funny.
Because all those flight attendants, no offense, were female. So what was that going to look? That meant we
No,
were going to
no.
have to deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were going to have to choke
been-
him unconscious while they
And
duct
it would
tape
have
him.
been a hell of a story. Joe, life is about the stories. And it
Nah,
would have
man,
been a huge
we're
story.
50,000 feet in the air. I'm not trying to die.
Exactly. What do you mean? The pilot's safe. We're good. That
What
guy's
if he
going
freaked out, tried to open the doors? That's what I was terrified. He'd just get up and just try to open the door.
I never thought about that.
Then we go right out the
Well, then we're
fucking thing. No, no.
That's it. You worry about something you literally can't stop or control. If he pulled the fucking door, we're dead.
Nobody fresh off the mats would ever get past episode 117. We'll see you guys next week for episode 119.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell.